Since you put Moms on Mushroom out, like everybody should know you've been on like Dr. Phil, you've been on like Good Morning America, Fox News. Like, I'm watching you, and you haven't been hearing me cheer you from my living room. I'm like, go Tracy, go. I'm like, you don't even know who I am. And I'm like so excited. And then I watch people react to you and react to this idea. And it's not always been easy. It's not always been favorable. So I really want to dive into what you're seeing with women. I will tell you what I saw for myself, and I'll give a short little brief neurochemical background as to what I think is happening with psilocybin. I will tell you, I don't know if I've publicly said this. I think I did on my podcast somewhere, but Fast Like a Girl was written while I was microdosing. So that whole book was through the lens of the medicine. And I believe that is a large reason why it's resonating with so many women. It is that I had hit a point in my menopausal journey where I couldn't focus, and I had a book deadline. And so I went to a male friend, who is a very well-known health influencer, and I said, tell me what I need to know about microdosing. And he put me in touch with somebody who put me on a microdosing path. Pretty quickly, within about a week, the focus came back, my moods went up, and my creativity just exploded. Nobody knew I was microdosing. There was no sense of hallucinations. It was just like somebody put my brain back on track. I have since done a couple of guided macro doses that had very similar experiences to you, where the insight, the compassion, the trauma healing has been profound. And this is the message I think women need to know, is that this tool that's so natural, that has no side effects, can greatly impact our hormonal journey, specifically the perimenopause and menopausal experience. So with that in mind, tell me a little bit about what, you had your experience, I've had mine. I heard so many women have these experiences. What do we need to know if a woman is thinking about this? Like, what are you seeing happen to women? The good, the bad, and the ugly, because I think we should probably put out the ugly, and I'll share that as well as what I've seen.
Yeah, I actually love talking about the ugly. What does a woman need to know? From my perspective, what does a mother need to know? First of all,
perfect.
You're not a bad mom if you're thinking about microdosing. You're not a bad mom if you take a large dose journey. You're not a bad person. We have to drop the narrative of the war on drugs mentality.
Yes.
You're not going to jump off a building. Your brain isn't going to fry like an egg. That is misinformation that our government laid out for decades. And it systematically shut down all research that back in the 50s, I mean, you can read it just in Michael Pollan's book. It's out there now, but like there was foundational change with like lifelong alcoholism and people taking one large dose journey and walking away and never drinking again. And more importantly, never wanting to drink again. And our government shut all of that research down. And so what you think you know about psychedelics is probably wrong. And what you think you are when you use them is absolutely wrong. This is not a moral pejorative. If anything, it's the opposite. If you want to heal, and I deeply think that women right now, I've written about this, there's a drumbeat in the earth that is calling us back to being embodied, whole, happy as hell women and happy mothers. But happy mothers recognize sadness. Happy mothers have feelings. Happy mothers take care of themselves. And happy mothers they use their throat chakras and they speak their words. And we haven't done that. We haven't done that consistently in generations. And so we have to learn how to do it now. And I think this medicine has just shown up as a gift. From my perspective, I believe it's from God. Like, I am very pro God. I'm a big fan of Jesus. I think that the earth, God, and the great mother that we walk upon said, enough with you people. You are getting it wrong. We're going to give you a chance to get it right. So that's what I want women to know. Can
I say something on that? Because I hope the women listening, I love the words you use, the drumbeat of the earth. I have been walking around saying the same thing to all my like really women empowerment friends. I'm like, do you feel it? Do you feel what's going on? Women are standing up for themselves for the first time. We're seeing what the patriarch did to our health. And by the patriarch, I don't mean, men. I mean the power and the infrastructure that has forced us to live a life that's like a mini man. And it is destroying our hormones, and we're losing our sense of intuition, and we're exhausted, and diseases are building. And finally, we're saying enough, there has to be another way. And in that other way, I think women probably are leading this microdosing conversation, because we're going back to the earth and saying, what did the earth provide for us?